Everything that you're working for in your life is a complete lie, and you actually don't want those things. What if I told you that you are winning your life away? It's all of the times where we say, I'll be happy when I get this. I'll be happy when I have kids. I'll be happy when I get married. I'll be happy when I get this promotion. I'll be happy when. So many of us are winning our life away. It's cold out here. So for a long time, I spent my life doing completely the opposite of when. And I just lived my life in the moment. Nobody's actually talking about the reality. There are two sides to this. So many of us are winning. When I will get this, I will be happy. But there's also the other side of just living right in the moment. And that too can also be extremely dangerous. I spent over a decade traveling all over Southeast Asia, living the dream, living in the moment, but I didn't plan for when. And that caused a lot of problems down the road. When you get something, you will be happy. And that's not entirely true. Because you won't. Our minds and our bodies work in a certain way, and it's called hormesis. It's baseline, that no matter what we get, whether it's really, really good or really, really bad, we will return back to our baseline level of happiness. This is like a thermostat, right? You can turn it up really, really, really high, and your body will start to feel uncomfortable, and it will start to bring it back down to baseline. Or if it gets really, really cold, it'll turn it back up and bring you back to baseline. The key is to find that balance in what you're doing right now. You can't just choose to be happy. I hate when people say this, right? Like, you can't just all of a sudden be like, oh, my life fucking sucks and I hate what I'm doing, but I'll just choose to be happy. That's positive thinking bullshit. And it doesn't work. If your life sucks and you aren't happy, then your life sucks and you aren't happy. However, it doesn't mean that you can't change it. And that's the key difference that nobody is talking about. It's not just a simple choice in the moment. You do actually have to change something. Not focusing on when something happens or when you get to a certain place or when you reach a certain milestone. It comes down to designing your life in a way in the moment that you are actually happy with, that you enjoy, because as cliche as it sounds, the journey is the destination. And I've said this my whole life while traveling around, is that it was always part of the journey for me. I never really cared about going to a certain place. Of course, I did like some of the landmarks in the beginning and all of the temples and the hikes, and all of those things are amazing. But one thing I learned after all of those years of doing that is that it was actually the hike that I enjoyed, the walking that I enjoyed. When we got to the end of the trail, I didn't really care. I never really took pictures. I don't have many pictures. I didn't take many videos. I enjoyed the process of walking. And one of my favorite lines that I've heard that sums this up beautifully is, hike your own hike. Find the life that you enjoy, no matter what, whatever that is. You have to find that aspect and make that part of your life. Stop winning your life away for something out in the future, but also don't put all of your focus right into the present moment, because that can also backfire on you as well. If you do everything right now, you do still have to plan for the future. So it's about finding that balance, and the best way to do that is to find what makes you truly happy in the moment, doing the things that you want to do, not to get anywhere, not to achieve anything. That will come if you truly enjoy what you're doing and it's helpful and meaningful to you and the world. And if you can solve problems for people, then you will get paid and make money for it. Don't wait for something to happen. Don't wait for your life to change. And you can't just choose to be happy in the moment, because that's not realistic. It's positive thinking, and that is absolute nonsense, and it doesn't work. If anything, it's more harmful than good. You can make changes and redesign things in your life to make yourself happy. You can do things like this. Set up little 30-day sprints and little challenges to challenge yourself to see if that's a journey that you might actually enjoy. Maybe you'll like doing these videos for 30 days in a row. Maybe you'll like going to help out at a community center for 30 days in a row. Maybe you'll enjoy writing or painting for 30 days in a row. You don't know unless you actually go and try those things, but you have to focus on the journey, finding the balance between a place where you want to go, your aim. You need an aim. As Peterson says, we live our lives through our aim. So you have to have it pointed at a direction, something meaningful, something purposeful, something that's important, that you can spend your time on, that helps people in the world, hopefully. And it has to be enjoyable in the moment. So it's about finding this balance. Don't live for when. Don't when your life away. But also don't live for everything in the moment, because that can lead to a lot of problems as well. Okay, I thought I would include a little bit of the background here just so you see, because that's the point of this, is seeing 30 videos in 30 days. So I'll include this usually at the end of everything, because the point is not just to see the video itself, but the process and the truth of what it actually is. So it's late. It's 5 p.m. I had some other stuff to do, obviously. So this is another idea, right? Because I'm assuming people are going to be like, well, there's no time to do it. It takes so long. I have to work. Yeah, me too. So you just do it after. That's the whole point. So I just went and recorded with this. Recently got the Pocket 3 and I'm using it for the first time finally. So it seems pretty cool. I don't know, I haven't seen the video yet. And it's quite nice. You could just plug it into the computer and then just upload it. It works like an SD card or a hard drive. So that's really, really nice. So I've just moved it over to my other hard drive, and then I'm going to edit it in Final Cut Pro. Hopefully it doesn't take like 4 hours again, but it seems like, to be honest, as the average, as a newbie starting out editing videos, I found this to be an issue, is when is it done? And this is difficult because I always want to add like a new transition or a new little aspect or maybe a new quote or put in a book I read about, something like that. But it has to be done when it's done. And this is why, again, I like the 30-day sprints. But this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like behind the scenes. Record it late in the evening, upload it, and then go to edit it. And I still haven't made a thumbnail. And they say to make the thumbnail beforehand because that takes a really, really long time. But I will say this. I have a thumbnail idea already in my head before I start the video. So some people, YouTubers, say to make the thumbnail first because that's the most important part, because if people don't click on it, they don't watch. But like I said, I have an idea for a video, so have a database for ideas. Write them down in your phone on a notepad, and then I move them over to Notion, or just leave them in a notepad or notes on your phone, but have an idea bank. It's so important.